Hello, everybody. This is Chester Snyder with Grave Adventures, and today we're going to Findlay, Marion Township area. This is a nice little pocketed cemetery right off the way of 568. And before I begin, I would like to say that I'm not here to vandalize or disrespect any family members. I'm only here to look at the art of headstones, tombstones, vaults, you name it. I'm understand the history of people. With that being said, if I disrespect you, please let me know. I'm not here to do that. I just wanted to here to enjoy people and who they were and what they are. So, starting out, this is a glass rock next to a tombstone shaped like a bench. Now, those are actually one of my favorite types of graves because of the design. Um, to me, it's very pretty. This grave has bench across the headstone of their loved one, and I find that very sweet. That gives the person an opportune time to sit there and talk with the loved one and reconnect in their own kind of their own secret way. Now, with this cemetery, I really like how it's well kept. It is well taken care of, and the designs of the headstones are very beautiful. These ones that we're looking at right now, they are very unique in their own way. They're not your typical modern day square blocked ones. They're rocks. They're tall. They're all kinds of shapes and sizes, and that's very nice. Now I'm not saying block shaped headstones are bad. I'm just saying it's just different. I like unique things, and mainly that's why I like cemeteries. It's unique. It has history. It has art. Uh, the one big thing that I like about headstones is the fact that in some ways, not always, but in some ways, it can almost tell a story, as who the person was, um, and some you can see the wealth of a family, the history of the family, and just so much to it. It just to me it tells me, this is who I was, and I find that very nice. The art and design of it is just it's all a story to me, and I like it. I especially like the older ones, like this one right here. Uh, it gives more great detail into who and what that person was, um, and that's very nice. There's actually this grave right here that has no name on it except for JACQUA, and I find that really cool, really unique. Nothing on the faceplate, just nothing, and that's interesting because it seems like a very old grave. Also, a lot of these graves are very, I want to say, old. Um, the You can tell by the white marbled ones; those are typically your older ones from the 1900s. Some can go back to 1800s, but that's very rare. As the 1800s, they were more plain with their design, if you will. Um, but the 1900s, oddly enough, was more of the era of newly designed graves. There was all kinds of there was the I want to call it the rod look. There was uh, the typical headstone, rectangle with a circular end to it. There was just this block and all kinds of things. I'm not saying it was a fashion trend, but in a sense it was. Um, for example, this one right here, it looks kind of like a scroll, or something, and that it's got its own unique design to it, and that tells me, this person had a story to tell. This person had something to say. Um, this one in the back, the arch one, I find that to be beautiful. But in my eyes, this is not truth. This is just my eyes and my opinion only. I find that to be, maybe that person was religious. Maybe it means, I'm going to the Golden Gates. I'm not sure. This one is an old English Gothic one, and I like that design. This right here, you can tell is also old. It's got its own, like I said, these all these have their own story. They tell stories of the people that no one else can understand, and I wish I could describe the stories to you much better, but I feel like the headstones tell them enough, and it's really nice to understand the age and era of tombstones, graves, vaults, you name it, and how they were designed throughout the years. Taller ones, bigger ones, more wealth, smaller ones, tucked away ones that had more history. It's all different sizes and stuff. There's different symbols, which we'll go into a later video about what they mean. And it's just nice to see that all this is being well kept, and they all have their own story to tell, and they all have kind of a feel to them. Like every single person in this cemetery has a value and a story. And I honestly, I wish I could hear it all, but unfortunately, I can't. I just like seeing them. So, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.